You're texting your best friend and suddenly your partner is furious. You laugh it off, but something feels off. Sound familiar? What if the relationship you're in isn't just difficult? What if it's unhealthy and you just haven't seen it clearly yet? In this video, I'm going to help you see 5 subtle signs of an unhealthy relationship and guide you gently back to your own clarity. What I've seen is that clarity doesn't come from analyzing or blaming. It comes from insight. Sign number 1, guilt. Are you feeling guilt for prioritizing yourself? If you ever feel guilty for resting or pausing or taking care of your needs, pause. That guilt is not your truth. It's a thought. And thoughts, as we know, are always shifting. You know, one of my clients, she apologized for everything. She apologized for making a cup of tea. She believed rest had to be earned. But when she saw her guilt as thought, not as a moral failure, she began to reconnect with her right to simply be. Next time guilt shows up, maybe ask yourself, who told me this? And is that even true? That small moment of awareness, that's your wisdom breaking through. Sign number 2, one-sided emotional labor. If you're the one always holding space, always initiating connection, or offering comfort, that imbalance is not proof of strength. It's a sign of overfunctioning. What I've seen and noticed is that our value isn't found in how much we give, but in who we are beneath all that doing. And when we stop mistaking overgiving and people-pleasing for love, we begin making space for real reciprocity. Something that you can think about is who checks in first? Who listens without needing the spotlight? Who sees you without you having to beg for it? The answers may be hard, but they're honest. And from honesty is where clarity grows. Sign number 3, codependency disguised as care. Hey, if your decisions hinge on someone else's mood or approval, well, that's not intimacy. That's fusion. One of my clients, she couldn't plan a day without sensing her partner's emotional temperature. She called it being thoughtful. But in truth, and over time, she was slowly disappearing. What I know to be true is that our well-being is not tied to another person's behavior. It's tied to how much thought you're giving to their reactions. And when that loosens, our identity returns. Something for you to try is make one decision this week, just for you. Don't ask, don't explain, let it feel uncomfortable. That discomfort, it's just old thought passing through. Let it pass through, let it go. Sign number 4, disrespect in disguise. When your needs, values, or boundaries are consistently dismissed, it's not that you're too sensitive. It's that you're not being met. Another client of mine had a partner who mocked her stress at work. So every night she would come home, she had a tough day, she'd be talking about it. He would mock her. Well, she laughed it off until she stopped speaking up entirely. That's not emotional resilience. That's emotional erasure. So ask yourself, do I sit in silence by myself to keep the peace? Am I filtering my feelings just to be tolerated? Your voice matters. Your experience is real. And the more you trust the feeling of, this doesn't sit right with me, The more clarity, the more clearly you will begin to act. Sign number 5, losing yourself to keep them. Changing how you dress, changing how you speak, or live to avoid tension, that's not flexibility. That's self-abandonment. From what I see, your identity is not a role to perform. It's something deeper, quieter, already whole beneath the noise. When you feel like you're disappearing, you don't need to find yourself. You need to let thoughts settle so who you are can rise again. Reclaim one piece of yourself, a playlist, a hobby, a truth you've muted. The more you return to yourself, the less the relationship defines your worth. Unhappiness is a signal, not a failure. If you're consistently unhappy, that feeling isn't a failure, it's a signal. Not to leave immediately, but to wake up. Your unhappiness is your wisdom calling you home. You could try sitting with yourself. Ask yourself, am I actually happy or just good at tolerating disappointment? Let the truth be what it is, without fixing, without fear, because underneath that unhappiness, there's still life. There is happiness, possibility. There is you. If this resonated, your next step isn't more talking. It's connecting differently, deeply, from clarity, not panic. This video, Make Conversations Feel Like Connection Again, may help, because the goal isn't to win the argument. It's to feel safe enough to be seen. And if you're craving that shift, that real connection, honest insight, and the safety to be yourself, hey, you're not alone. I've created a community, brand new community. We grow together, one gentle insight at a time, and I'd love for you to be a part.